Name?
What of it?
Lucas Costello. Born?
Well, certainly. Dandruff. I have the biggest dandruff you ever saw.
You got dandruff. Don't try to make a fool out of me. I've seen dandruff.
You haven't seen dandruff in years.
I don't want to marry no wealthy girl.
You don't want to marry a wealthy girl? Why not? Why not?
She's apt to run away.
Well, a poor girl's apt to run away, too.
But who cares? Hey, Abbott, let me have an egg.
How dare you remind me of somebody I hate?
Hey, Abbott. Hey, Abbott. Hey, Abbott. Hey, Abbott. Hey, Abbott!
Ziv International presents starring Bud Abbott and Lou Costello in their classic routine, with special guest stars Steve Allen, Phil Silvers, and Joe Besser. And now, here is your host, Mr. Television himself, Milton Berle.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very, very much. It's truly a privilege to pay homage to two of my closest friends. You know, the first thing that comes to my mind about Abbott and Costello is the fact that these two giants of the industry really began as a team back in 1936. Of course, at that time, I was just a baby. Really. I was nuzzling on my mother's bosom. Or at least I think it was my mother. Anyway, you'll have to laugh quicker or slow up, lady. Anyway, what comes to my mind right now is that Abbott and Costello were the same competitive personalities, whether performing together or not. These guys were naturals. Off stage, Bud was the introvert, Lou was the extrovert, the driving spirit of the team, Costello. Competition was the name of their game, and the truth is they really competed against each other. For example, what comes to my mind, I can recall when Lou Costello built a big house, Bud Abbott built a bigger one. And when Lou built a big swimming pool, Abbott built a bigger one. Boy, they were really, really something. And I want to tell you, after all their trials and their tribulations, they really finally made it very, very big. Bud and Lou were the highest paid performers in the business. This is the truth. They made 36 feature pictures, 52 consecutive television shows. 52. Terrific, because today, if you're on for 4 weeks, it's a series. And during all that time, there were none more generous than Bud and Lou. There were charities, the old and new friends, the hangers-on, plenty. Yes, everyone was helped by the two softest touches in show business.
Sit down.
No.
Kick it out.
No.
Get out. Tell me no when I say yes.
Boy, these boys were funny. All shticks, you know. And they were real artists. And such a perfect physical mismatch. You just had to laugh at the tall and rigid straight man and the little fat guy who absolutely had no match when it came to taking a pratfall. You know, to do physical bits like that, which was Abbott and Costello's trademark, the guys had to be in great shape. The best of exercising, eating the right foods, and Abbott and Costello knew it better than anyone. And we have the evidence right here at you're about to see. So if you're hungry for some most delicious humor ever served, dine with Bud and Lou right now in one of the most totally outrageous restaurant scenes ever.
Here you are, gentlemen. Oyster stew.
This is good. I want you to appreciate it.
You know, the funniest thing about these guys is it's very strange. You know, you can see them a million times, and you're still starving for more. So here's a tasty entree. You're all invited to dine again with Bud and Lou. Watch this.
Hello.
I do.
Would you gentlemen like something to eat?
Yes, I'll have a turkey sandwich and a cup of coffee.
All right, and you?
Just a minute. You know all we've got is a quarter? Now listen, you can't order anything. All we've got is 25 cents.
I know, I don't get the idea, though.
Now listen, if she asks you if you want anything, you say, I don't care for anything.
Why should I sit down? I'm hungry.
Because all we got is a quarter. Look, I'll order a turkey sandwich and a cup of coffee, and when she serves it, I'll give you half. But if she asks you, you don't want anything.
She says to me, what do you want? I say, I don't care for nothing.
You don't care for nothing, all right? Come on. Well, I'll have a turkey sandwich and a cup of coffee.
All right. And what is it you'd like?
I don't care for nothing.
Wait a minute now. You come in here to eat, didn't you? It's a restaurant, isn't it?
Yeah.
The lady wants to know what you want to eat. You want something?
I'll have some ham and eggs.
What'd I tell you? Didn't I tell you not to say you wanted anything?
I know, but after all, you said I said I
Never
don't want
mind what I say. All we've got is a quarter.
How about the way you looked at me?
What do you care how I look at you?
I mean,
Look, Lou, please. We've got only a quarter to our name. Don't order anything.
don't slap me in the face.
All right. If she asks you if you want something, say, I don't care for anything.
I don't care for nothing.
That's all. Now, remember that. Come on. Sit down.
Now, what was it you wanted?
I'll have a turkey sandwich and a cup of coffee.
And you?
I don't care for nothing.
Oh, go ahead. Have a bite to eat. I want to take something small.
I don't care for nothing.
Take something small. What do you care?
Give me a small steak.
Small steak for? What are you so close to me for? That is a quarter. Buy those steaks. I'll give you half of the turkey sandwich.
I know, but you had that look in your eyes like, go ahead, take some. Go ahead, take some.
The look is not in my pocket. All I've got is a quarter.
I'll pull up. I don't want a thing to eat.
Don't say anything now.
I lost my appetite.
Just say you don't want it.
I don't want that.
All right. That turkey sandwich and a cup of coffee, please.
All right.
I don't care for nothing.
You don't want it.
Oh, he doesn't want
You
it?
don't want
I'm full up. I don't want nothing to eat.
You don't
I
want
got no
it?
appetite.
Oh, go ahead. Have something.
I don't care for nothing.
You want something to eat, don't you? What do people go into restaurants for? That's right. So what are you doing here?
I don't know. I don't care for nothing.
You've got to have something. You need nourishment. You've got to build your body up. Look at yourself.
I don't care for
You
nothing.
look hungry. Go ahead, order something.
Give me ham and eggs.
Keep close to me, for?
You're very persistent. I was playing my part. I don't care for nothing but good. Go on, pick something. Go ahead. Don't make
Never mind that. Listen, you don't want anything to eat.
I told you I don't want nothing to eat.
Well, stick to it. Sit down. Turkey sandwich and a cup of coffee, please.
All right.
I don't care for nothing.
Abbott and Costello really began to roll in 1937. They toured Minsky's burlesque shows. Boy, they were smash on Broadway. And they became a sensation as regulars on the Kate Smith radio show. All within a period of 2 years. Audiences screamed for them. Producers wanted them. Even Uncle Sam demanded, I want you.
Would you mind breathing for me?
I have enough trouble breathing for myself.
Sure.
Hey, fellas, what are you doing?
We're shooting dice.
You're shooting dice?
Yeah.
Can I play?
Sure. Will you put that pistol away? What are you doing?
I'm shooting the dice.
Not that way. Now, wait a minute. Wait till we see now. 7, you lose again, Butchigaloop. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Hey, what kind of game is this?
Oh! You never shot dice?
No.
Uh-oh.
I play a lot of games, but not that kind.
What kind of games you play?
I play kiddie games,
What kind?
like post office.
Post office. That's a kid's game.
Not the way I play it.
Wait a minute. This is a real game.
Yeah?
You see, there's numbers on here from 1 to 6. You roll them out on the floor. See, if you throw a 6 and a 1, that's 7. That's a natural. You win. If you throw a 5 and a 2, that's 7. That's a natural. You win. If you roll a 4 and a 3, that's 7. That's a natural. You win.
That's all you do is win.
Well, no.
Oh, you can lose, too.
Well, once in a while. If you throw 2 aces, that's craps. You lose. If you throw 2 6s, that's craps. You lose.
Oh, sometimes you win, and sometimes you lose.
That's it.
That's a fair game.
Fair game. Oh, sure, it's a fair game. You want to play it?
Yeah, I like to play.
Well, sure. Well, let's play. Come on.
Okay.
How much
Whose turn? Whose turn?
Well, it'll be your turn. How much you want to shoot?
What do you mean?
Well, we got to make it interesting, you know.
You want to play for money?
Oh, shoot. All right, all right.
It's better.
Sure, there's no harm in that, is there?
My mother wouldn't like it if I was gambling for money.
No, certainly not.
Play for bank.
That's right. Just to make it interesting, we put $10 down.
Okay.
Go ahead. Now, you shoot. You never played this game before, huh?
No.
Oh, you like
What I do?
Just throw them on the floor. 7 you win, craps you lose.
And then unread them, huh?
That's all. Read the numbers.
Here I go now.
Go ahead.
Watch this one, everybody.
Good luck
Here
to
I
you.
go.
Go ahead.
Whee! 7.
7. Now, wait a minute. I forgot to tell you, you don't pick it up right away.
I don't get to pick it up?
Oh, sure, but not right away.
What do you mean? I wait till it gets up to my chin?
That's the
Then I
idea.
get it front and back it out.
Sure, do you like that idea?
That's cute.
Yeah,
What do
sure.
I do with the dice?
Well, they're still yours. You don't lose them. But
Okay.
how much you want to shoot now?
Fade that.
Come here. I thought you told me you never played this game.
I never did.
Where'd you get that fade that?
Did I say something wrong?
No, you said it too darn right. What is this fade that? Come on, speak up.
I heard that at the Boy Scouts.
Then you have played this game.
Oh, no. When I was walking in the Boy Scouts one night at a meeting, I heard the Boy Scouts, they had some lumps of sugar with black marks on them, and I heard the kids go, wee, wee.
Oh, you heard the kids.
I didn't know that was a bad word.
But you didn't play in the game.
Oh, no.
Oh, well, that's all right. I thought he played Butchigaloop. It's all right. There you are. Go ahead, roll them out. It's all yours. 7 you win, craps you lose. Go ahead.
My turn again.
Sure.
Whee! 7 again. It's beginner's luck, I think.
That's all it... Hey, that's right. It could be beginner's luck. What's the difference? How much you want to shoot now?
Let it ride.
Let it ride. Get up here. Now, just a minute. Where'd you hear that?
That's the Boy Scouts.
The Boy Scout.
Shoot 35.
Shoot 35.
Yeah.
Lumps of sugar. Let it ride. Fade that.
I'm doing good, huh?
Yeah, you're doing too darn good. Let it ride.
Still my turn?
Go ahead. Shoot the dice.
Put some money down.
You never played this game.
No, sir.
Go ahead.
Still my dice.
Still your dice. Go ahead.
Here I go.
Go ahead.
Whee!
11.
Hey, you never said nothing about 11.
Oh, yes. That's right. Well, 11 don't mean anything.
It don't count?
Don't count. It's just a few extra numbers they put on the dice. It's,
Don't mean nothing.
don't mean nothing. Go ahead.
I get another chance?
You get the... Oh, the dice are still yours.
That's a good game.
Sure, go ahead.
Here I go.
Go ahead.
Whee!
4.
Little Joe.
Little Joe. What is this, Little Joe?
Clubhouse.
Clubhouse.
The Boy Scouts.
Everything is at the clubhouse, eh? You learned an awful lot down at that clubhouse, didn't you?
Yeah, we learned how to jump over the walls and wall scaling and
Never mind the walls. I'm talking
light a
about this.
fire, put 2 Indians together and
I'm
rub
talking
them
about
and get a
this
fire.
game. 4 is your number. If you throw a 7 before you make that 4, you lose. Don't forget it.
Okay.
Go ahead. But take it easy. Wait a minute. Don't choke those dice. Leave some air in there. Let them breathe. Let them breathe. You in that clubhouse. Shake him up.
Whee!
Three.
Three.
You lose.
How come?
Well, what did you roll the first time?
4.
What did you just roll?
3.
4 and 3 is what?
7.
So you lose.
Oh, you add them up.
Oh, you didn't learn that at the clubhouse.
Now, he didn't say anything about adding them up. I didn't know you had to add them up.
Louis, I'm sorry. Now it's my turn.
You mean I gotta use my money now?
For a change, yes, for a change. Just, wait a minute. We'll put it all down, huh? Then you can take it all to the bank.
All right.
Put it all down. Here we go now.
11!
11. That's a natural.
11 don't count. You get another chance. You see, it was for me. 11 don't count. Go down. You get another chance. I'm a good sport, too, you know.
Sure. There we go. 6.
6.
Now all we have to do is make a 6. Come
6. You gotta make a 6.
Come on now, 6 out. 6. Say, wait a minute,
You lose.
That was
you
a
lose.
6.
That was a 6. You lose.
What do you
What'd you roll the first time?
6.
And what'd you just roll?
6.
6 is 6 is 12. Craps, boxcars, big bellies. Get your Los Angeles Gazette. Read all about it. Hey, mister. You have a pencil? Thank you. Hey, what are you doing all the way out here in the jungle selling the Los Angeles Gazette? Can I help if they give me a lousy corner?
You know, Bud and Lou epitomized the great American success story. A rags to riches, roaches. A rags to riches fable. Let me tell you a little more about them. They were both born in New Jersey. They migrated to Hollywood and paid their dues. And how? They worked hard. And by the 1940s, Abbott and Costello were the biggest laugh-getters in the world, desperately in need of happiness. Bud and Lou never forgot those earlier days when money was as hard to get as a place to sleep. Landlords bugged them. For example, Sid Fields could have cared less. Now here is a scene where their rent was due and the boys paid off with one of their classic routines.
You owe me room rent.
All right, here's $28.
$28, fine. Just a minute. You owe me 13 weeks at $7 a week, and that happens to be a lot more than $28.
Well, that comes to $28.
Did you go to school?
Yes, sir.
Do you mean to say that you can prove that 7 times 13 is 28?
Well, it's gotta be. Certainly it is, because Mr. Abbott and I, that's $28. That's what you get.
If you can prove it, I'll tell you what I'll do. I will give you the room rent for nothing.
You will?
But if you don't prove it, you owe me double the back rent. Is it a deal?
That's a deal.
Okay.
Do you happen to have any Crayola on there?
Crayola?
Don't mind. I got it.
Oh, you have?
I got the Crayola. 7 into 28 is gonna come out 13.
That's your way.
That's my way. And it's gotta come out right. Now, first, I put down a 7.
Right.
Now, I'm gonna divide the 7 into 28.
Yeah.
I put a 28 there.
Okay.
Isn't that cute? Now, here we go. 7 into 2. 7 will not go into 2.
It will not.
That's a very big 7 to push into that little bit of 2.
You say it is.
We ain't gonna hurt that little 2, are we?
Of course you won't.
Now we take the 2. Open your hand.
Yes.
And I put that 2 right there for safekeeping. But don't drop it and don't lose it. Now, 7 into 8.
Once.
I put the 1 over here, 1 over there. Now, we're going to carry the 7 because it's very big and it's getting heavy on my shoulders, and I'm going to drop the 7 under there. Now, 7 from 8
Is 1.
is 1. I put the 1 down there. Now it comes. Would you mind opening up your palm of your hand, please? I would like to use that 2. Open it up. Give me that 2. You've had it long enough. I'm going to put that 2 right there. Now, 7 into 21.
3 times.
That's right. 7 into 28. 13.
Wait a minute. You have to prove this even better than that. You can prove it very easily by multiplication.
You mean you want me to multiply it?
No, not multiply, multiply. Multiply.
All right. Multiply it.
7 times 13 is 28. Go ahead.
Now, first, we got to put down a 13, right?
Right.
There's a 13.
Times 7.
Times 7.
Right.
7 weeks times 13, right? 7 times 3.
21.
21. 7 times 1.
7.
7. 7 and 1.
8.
And 2 to pay.
Now, wait a minute. I'm still not convinced. There's one sure way of proving this. One sure way, and that's by addition.
You want me to addition it up?
I want you to put 13 7 times on that wall and then draw a line and add them up.
You want me to put down 13 7 times?
That's right.
Come on, right. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Wait a minute. What's the idea of spreading them out like that?
Well, it looks like a flock of seagulls going to hit the electric poles. Now we're going to add them up, right?
All right, go ahead.
Here we go. 3, 6,
Wait a
9.
minute. Let me do the adding this time.
Good. Come out right.
Well,
3, 6, and 9.
Wait a minute. I will do the adding. Then there'll be no mistake.
Yeah?
All right? $28 is. All right?
Sure.
Now.
Go ahead. If you had it up, go ahead.
3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21.
22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28.
Here he is, a very, very big fan and a very good friend of Abbott and Costello, one of the most talented guys in show business, Steve Allen.
What has that got to do with Abbott and Costello? Nothing, but thank you very much, Milton. All seriousness aside, Abbott and Costello will never be repeated. There's no other comedy team that would deliver exactly what they delivered. And it's interesting, I think, in the context of today's comedy trends, that although they worked in burlesque, they were clean comedians. You really could take the family to see them, proving the old adage that you don't have to be dirty to be funny. I had the pleasure of working with Lou on my show several times, and he was one of the nicest men that we've ever had around. One hears stories about his, difficulties with people that he worked with a lot, including his partner, but we never saw any of that at all. He was always a real sweetheart when he worked with us, and a very energetic and hardworking and conscientious funny man with us.
Funny going away, huh?
Sure, aren't you glad that we're going away?
Bye-bye.
Well, we're entitled to a vacation. A lot of little horseback riding, huh? Little rowboating, little canoeing, maybe a little hunting. You can't tell.
You like to hunt?
Sure. But you know, it's a peculiar thing. You notice the look on that landlord's face? I didn't like it. Redecorating this room and everything. I wonder what his intentions are. To rent it to some other tenant when we come back? Maybe we won't have a room when we come back.
What do you mean? You think maybe after we go out, he'll keep us out?
He's apt to do it. Hey, we better take no chances. Unpack that grip. None of that. We don't give him no chance to cheat us out of our room.
I think you're right.
You bet your
I
life.
didn't like the look on the guy's face.
That's what I
I
noticed.
think he was trying to get us out.
That's a dirty look on him
What
there.
does he think he is to send us away on a vacation if we don't want to take a vacation?
We can outsmart him sometimes, He's not the wisest guy in the
He
world.
didn't like my wall-to-wall company.
So what he don't like, it makes no difference to us. But wait a minute, why should we lose our vacation on account of his looks? Who cares about his looks? Suppose we get a better room than this here. We don't have to put carpets up on the walls. I was reading in the newspaper just the other day about a tenant took the landlord to court, and the landlord won the case. Won the case. You know what that means, don't you? And you can't go wrong on that. He won the case. That means the tenant is out on the street. But wait, we've got a lawyer. We have an attorney. Why should we worry about that? We have our own attorney. We can fight him. Come on. We can fight him. Put it back up. Put it in there. Why shouldn't it? Our own attorney? He's a good attorney. We fight this landlord to the last ditch. Wait, we owe the attorney money. We have no attorney. What are we going to do without an attorney? How are we going to fight the landlord? We could hire another attorney. Attorneys are 10 cents a dozen. What's the difference? We'll fight it. We'll get another attorney. That's what we'll do. One attorney. We won't have any money when we come back from vacation. That's fired. What are we going to do with the money? We don't have no money to fight him at all. But of course, you could borrow money. Yeah, sure, we can borrow money. Make a loan, that's all. We make a loan. We come home after a vacation and run ourselves into debt. For what? For who? For a landlord? Well, I should say not. You can squat here, but... Wait a minute, Louie. You're entitled to a vacation. You should get out in the open. Get out in the lakes. Enjoy yourselves. Get the fresh air. None of these rules. That's the boy. We want to take our own vacation. Come on, wrap this right up. all in there. What are you doing? I don't want all that stuff. Come on. Take it easy now. Just take it easy. Wrap it up. I'm going to wash my hands. Put all this stuff down in the car. Do you understand? I'm going to wash my hands. I'm getting all dirty here from doing all this work.
Order! I'll have a plain seltzer.
Your Honor, I appeal! I appeal your bald head! Gentlemen, I appeal to you!
You don't appeal to me.
Bud Abbott grew up with his brother and two sisters in Coney Island. As a kid, he'd gladly help lost patrons out of the maze in the House of Mirrors. Of course, for a dime. Living in Coney Island, and by the age of 16 working in burlesque, Bud Abbott quickly learned all the angles of the con man, which, no doubt, is where one of Bud and Lou's most famous and most popular routines, the lemon table, got its roots. Don't start it yet.
I should know where they were. It must be under there somewhere.
Hey, Abbott. Wait a minute. Wait just a minute. I'm doing business with a customer. You see the lemon there?
Yeah.
See how simple it is? Now watch it. Don't watch my hand. Just watch the shell. Now, it's underneath one of those shells. Now, which shell do you think it's under?
$10.
$10.
There it is.
No, it wasn't there. Now, you see?
Hey, now, can anybody play this game?
Sure.
Oh, come on, boy.
All right.
I got some money. I opened my piggy bank up.
Okay, now
I
here.
just spent a lot of money at this charity affair.
Well, that's what. Now, look here. Shell. Empty? Absolutely empty. There's the lemon.
I gotta find a lemon.
Now, watch it. Now, keep your eye on the lemon. Now, that's all there is to it. Now, there you are.
This one over here.
$10.
Here it is over here.
No, it wasn't there.
Here it is.
Can you imagine you both lost that time?
Would you mind giving us another chance?
With pleasure, with pleasure.
There's no pleasure attached to this. I'm losing.
It all goes to charity. Here, now look. Don't watch me. Watch the lemon. You see it there? Now watch it. Nothing there, nothing there. There she goes. There you are. Now, my friend,
This one over here for $10.
$10 to you.
Come over here, my friend. Come over here. 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 Come over here.
Look.
Come over here.
Put it down once,
Hang on.
please. Yeah, that's the idea. Now, if you don't... No, don't take it off the table. That's the idea. No, put it there and leave it there. That's the idea. Now, give me that bill. Give me your hand. Put it in my hand like that and leave it there. You know where it is? Right there. Look at that. How about you, friend? Well, can you imagine you lost to? Well, he'll...
All we do is keep losing.
Well,
now, come
wait
on,
a minute.
let's try to win it.
Are you accusing me of cheating or something?
Hey, you're my pal.
Well, don't say that, Lou. I'm
you calling him
surprised.
crook?
I know you did.
I'll prove to you that you can win. You see it there?
Yeah.
Now, I'll bet you $20 it can be found.
$20.
Put it down.
There it is.
There it is right there. Now, if I can find it, why can't you? You see how simple it is? All right, don't.
Put that over there. I was finding myself.
Just take it easy.
Now he's a crook.
Now, wait a minute. Wait a minute, I resent that. Here, do you see that lemon? I'll bet you $1 it can be found. $1.
That's $1.
Find it. You win. There you are. You see, you can win.
What do you start betting dollars now for? Before you was betting $20, you picked it up, and then now with me, you bet $1, and then you find
Let's not argue about these things. Will you win?
I won $1, you bet 20.
All right, here, I'll give you a chance to double your money. Now watch. You see that lemon there?
You gotta remember this is charity.
I understand that. Now watch.
Don't take it away.
Well, all right, you're all excited. You're watching me, not the lemon.
Ain't nothing in my piggy bank.
Now look here. Watch it. Do you see it there? Now, do you see that? Look, it's just a little twist of the wrist. There you are. Any man that can't find that must be blind. $10 over there. That's the idea. All you have to do is pick up the $10 over there. There you are. Pick it up. $10 over here. $10 more.
That's so fast. Will you stop mixing me up?
Well, the more money you put down, the more you pick up. I'll bet he knows where it is.
I know where it is.
Here it is. Over
He
here.
says it's there. It's not there. He says it's there.
It's there.
It's there. There it
He
is.
found it.
I win. The first time in my life I ever won anything.
Allow me to congratulate you. But what do you win? You had no money down. Now, chances are if you'd had some money down there,
You're a bigger dope than I am.
all right.
Why you put some money down there when you found a
I didn't know you have to bet every
Hey,
time.
don't bet this guy.
Wait a minute now. No remarks, boys, please. Remember, it's all for charity. How much you want to bet, madam?
$10.
$10. Now, that's a good bet. Now, let's see. I had a $10 bill here a minute ago. Have you got 2 10s for a 5?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Now, there's your 10 minutes. Now, here's the idea of the game. I take the lemon underneath the shell. It's a very simple game to keep your eye on the lemon. But if you don't keep your eye on the lemon, that's your fault. Now, we just toss it around the table. Toss it around 3 or 4 times. Just a minute.
Whoa, wait a minute! I don't mind moving here, but what kind of fast one you just give me?
Not just a minute.
You just say you got 2 tens for 5 and I don't like give it to you.
Still
2 tens for 5.
Still beefy, huh? Still beefy.
I'm your pal. What are you trying to cheat me for?
It's my own fault for doing
$15 went south. That's
All
what
right. Forget about it. Here's your 5. Give me back my 2 tens.
That's better. Don't try to cheat me, buddy.
Run down the middle.
Because I'm as smart as you are anything.
Now, look.
Time I think
I want everyone to win. Plus, we all know it's for charity. But they place it underneath the shell. Now, if you watch that shell, it's still laying, see?
Here's 2 tens. Give me a 5. Quick. You did it to me. You did it to me, too.
What are you doing?
Whatever I'm doing wrong with that 2 pence for 5 business.
I'll get you even. Now, look, pardon me just a minute.
Excuse me.
Just bet half of your bankroll. Take a number. Any number at all from 1 to 10.
4.
No, it's number 5. But you were close. You see, you're getting hot, kid. You're getting hot. Stick with it. You're bound to win someday or other. Now, madam, as I said before.
You want to win some money?
Yeah.
On the side?
I don't mind.
We'll put the whole works right there.
Okay.
Now, go ahead. You take a number. Any number at all from 1 to 10.
Any number.
Yeah.
Number 8.
Wait a minute. Let me get in on some of this easy gravy. There. How much you got there?
35.
You take a number from 1 to 10.
Number 6.
Now, number 7.
I had number 7.
Will you go away from here, please? Madam, I want you to show the boys exactly how this game is to be played. Now, you see that lemon? You see how simple it is? It's a very simple game if you just keep your eye on the lemon. Now,
Lady!
you go in.
He's got a fruit stand under the table! He's loaded with lemons under the table, lady!
On the midway.
Oh, Hillary!
No.
Hillary Brown!
Imagine having something
Now,
like this
wait
at
a minute,
charity
lady.
bazaar. I think this is terrible.
This is all for charity. You shouldn't
Well, what happened to my money? I think it's a big
Well,
fake.
no, it's not a fake, lady.
Yes,
All
you
right,
are.
here's your money. Go ahead,
Well-
please. Go back to your job. Well, boys, it must be...
Well, you don't.
What do you mean?
Oh, no. We want another chance.
You got any more money?
Are you kidding? I'm loaded here. And from the piggy bank, when I cracked it open, I got some more money there.
Now, this is your last chance.
Yes, come on.
I want you here.
I want to have the whole works.
Hey, you want to... Come here.
What do you
I
want?
got to have more odds.
Well, all right.
I mean, every time he does
I'll
it.
give you 2 to 1.
Okay, 2 to
Brother,
1.
if you can find that lemon, I'll pay you anything.
I can find it this time.
Now, don't get mad if you
I
lose.
won't. I'll find it.
Because you know it's a chance of a lifetime. I'll figure on that. Money is no option, all right? Now, wait till I see. I got to cover all these kind of odds. I'm giving out odds here. And when I give odds, okay. You know where the lemon is?
Yes, I do.
How much?
All of it.
Pick it up.
Okay? You're not mad, are you?
Certainly I'm mad.
You are? Well, suck that lemon.
Now, that's what I call a dirty trick. The next guy that attempts a thing like that, I'll break both of his legs. You know where the lemon is, don't you?
I know where a flock of lemons are.
For how much?
The whole bankroll.
Put it right down. Now, of course, you're only entitled to 1 shell.
That's all I
Now, if you like this one here, pick it up. If you like that one, pick it up. It makes no difference what shell you pick up. If the shell that contains a lemon brings you in the lead, you pick up the shell that contains a lemon. Go ahead. Anything you want to call. Go ahead. Pick up the lemon.
You know, one of their tricks was a play on words, and they worked harder and longer at it than any other performers I know. No, you'd never catch the boys laying down on the job. Their key word was work. Who could make any dough loafing?
Just as I... What is this all about? What's the matter with you? I'm out all day long looking around for work. Do you ever go out and look for work?
Well, sorry, I was
Am I the only one that's going to do all the work around here?
I was working. I was reading a comic book.
Reading a comic book. That don't feed you, my friend.
Hey, wait a minute.
That don't put food in the icebox.
Wait a minute.
All right, don't give me that wait a minute stuff.
Yeah, but I think I heard something I don't know.
What?
Did you say you were out all day working?
I was out there looking for a job.
Did you get it?
Yes, I got a job. I had to get a job. You don't want to work.
What are you doing?
I got a job in a bakery.
Good. What are you doing there?
Loafing.
That's...
What are you doing? Loafing.
Where?
In the bakery.
You working?
Certainly.
Doing what?
Loafing.
Well, that's what I was doing here. I was just taking it easy. I was looking.
No, that kind of loafing. You're just a lazy idiot. Not this here kind here.
I was taking it easy, same as you.
I work when I loaf.
Can you work and loaf at the same time?
Why not?
Can you do that?
That's what they pay me for.
They pay you for what?
To loaf.
How do they pay you for loaf? You're in a bakery store, you gotta do
I'm in
something.
a baker, so I'm loafing there.
You just go to the work in a bakery store and you don't do a thing. And
Oh,
they pay
yes,
you for it?
oh, yes.
How much they pay in a bakery store for loafing?
$1.50 an hour.
For loafing?
You're a union man. I belong to the union.
I'm loafing here and getting enough.
Well, you're not supposed to get any money for that kind of loafing.
Well, can I loaf there with you?
I should say not. You've got to join the union.
I gotta join a union of loafers?
You can't loaf without belonging to the union.
Well, what do you think of that? Well, you mean I gotta join a union in order to loaf?
Well, certainly.
Don't say nothing, but I was loafing here without the union.
No, you aren't loafing here. You can't loaf here. You can't loaf here. You got no dough.
I got no dough. That's why I'm loafing, because I got no dough.
Oh, no. If you had dough, you could loaf. But then you'd have to get a card and join the union.
You gotta have dough to loaf.
Oh, sure. How can you loaf without dough?
That's very hard. I've been trying. You can't do it. Then
You can't do anything.
I can't retire right now. I gotta have a job.
Someday come down to the bakery. I'll show you how to loaf. I do real loafing. In fact, you know, I never told you this. My whole family were loafers.
No kidding.
Sure. My father was a bigger loafer than me.
He was?
Yeah, he was one of the best loafers in the family.
I think you're a better loafer than your father.
Oh, I know that now, because he taught me how to loaf.
You know you're a bigger loafer than your father.
Oh, sure.
You're a bigger loafer than me, too, ain't you?
But you're no loafer.
I'm not.
No, certainly not.
But you are.
You're just a lazy, no good for nothing, whatever you
How
call
can
it.
I be lazy? You just told me I'm no loafer. You're a loafer, not me.
But I get paid for loafing. You don't.
That's what I don't understand. Working in a bakery store, getting paid $1.50 an hour for loafing.
That's right.
This I don't understand, Abbott.
You mean you don't understand? What is it?
I don't understand you working and loafing and getting paid for it.
Wait a minute.
Can I get a job there doing the same? No, I can't get a job there.
Got to belong to the union.
All you do is talk, and that's all I hear. You don't say nothing, loafing.
I don't say anything.
No.
Look, you go to the union. You get a card. You go to the baker. They give you dough. You need the dough first.
I need the dough, and how I need the dough? We need dough to get the
I need the dough in order to loaf.
I need the dough in order to loaf. Give me some dough, and I'll get something to eat in the joint.
Can't get any dough. You
Poor
can't
Bingo, I don't know what I'm going to do to him. He's going to look for other parents.
Bingo.
Leave me.
Wait a minute.
I want to ask you just one thing.
What?
What makes a balloon go up?
Hot air.
What's holding you down?
No matter what you may have heard before or after me, I got something on everybody that's been on this program. I was there. You see, I worked with Bud and Lou for quite a few years at Minsky's Gaiety on 46th Street in Broadway. It was a burlesque theater, and in burlesque, if you had any initiative, you trained yourself as a comedian, because basically the audience was there to see the girls and not you, and you had to make your presence felt.
Were you addressing me?
I don't try to
Why, I don't even know you. You certainly have your nerve. How dare you speak to a single girl you don't even know? A 19-year-old girl who lives all by herself at 106 Maple Street on the second floor, apartment 2B, and doesn't even have a steady boyfriend, and loves to go dancing, and is home almost every evening all by herself, and whose telephone number is Crestview 64805. My card. Fresh. I thought it was you! Oh! You thought you'd get away with it, did you? Well, I'll teach you a thing or two. There you go!
I'm getting no noise.
Oh, I've made a mistake. You're the wrong man. I'm sorry. How can I apologize to you? I thought you were my husband.
Even if I was your husband, what right you got to hit me on the head with the umbrella?
What business is it of yours? I'm gonna treat my husband.
I does.
You told me open square. What's the idea of shouting my name out on a public street? Suppose some copper would have heard you. I'm on a lamb. I'm hot, you understand? Get wise to yourself, chum. You never seen me. You never set eyes on me. And if I ever hear you squealing, the mob will know what to do with you.
There's always that one time when it doesn't work. It was one of those audiences. Nothing was going. They tried everything, every rough stuff they knew. And finally, this is one of the great ad-libs I've ever seen. For no reason, Lou reached up and whacked Bud. He hit him a rap and a kisser like that, and it startled Bud. That is not the process. The straight man hits the comedian. Here comes the comedian whacking the straight man. And Bud looked, and he said, ooh, he didn't know what to say. He finally said, what was that? And Lou said, I've been getting it for years and having to say something funny. It's your turn.
The boy. Come on. Knock on the landlord's door and invite him to the party.
Why don't you?
My hands are full. Quiet.
Oh, Marie, you've been shopping. Well, Mother dear, let me help you with these bundles. Well, bless you, little heart. So, it's you. What do you mean by dragging all this junk in here?
Mr. Fields, it's my birthday today, and we're going to have a party.
Oh, no, you're not. You're not going to have a party in this house. The last party you had, your broken-down friends burned holes in my...
Now, wait a minute. Hold it on, Mr. Fields.
All my furniture.
Just a minute,
Why,
Mr.
they
Fields.
ruined the place. It took me 2 weeks to get the crumbs out of here.
Now, wait a minute. There's going to be no crumbs at this party.
You mean, but Abbott's folks aren't coming?
Mr. Fields, you are invited to my party.
You're finally inviting me. Want me to bring a present, huh?
Look, Mr. Fields, a lot of people are going to bring me presents. You don't have to bring me no present.
I see. Everybody brings a present. You want me to come empty-handed. People should look at me and say, Sidney Fields is a cheapskate, huh? Sidney Fields is nothing but a dirty, broken-down tramp. Is that it?
Look, Mr. Fields, you don't look like no tramp. You look nice.
I don't, huh? My feet are coming through my shoes. My elbows are coming through my sleeves.
Yeah, and your head is coming through your hair.
Tell everybody I'm bald-headed. Start a rumor. Make me ashamed to come to your party.
Look, Mr. Fields, you don't have to be ashamed. Nobody will even notice you.
Oh, they're going to ignore me, huh? I'm not even fit to be associated with. People will be afraid to put their hands on me.
No, they won't. I wouldn't even be afraid to touch you. Look.
Take your filthy hands off my... What are you trying to do, soft soap me?
Now, look, Mr. Fields, don't get mad. Now you can bring your kids to the party, and they can eat anything they want. They can have plenty of food. They can eat anything they want.
Sure, I can have my kids eat first, huh? Then if that broken-down bad food you got doesn't give my kids ptomaine, then the other people will eat it, huh? But use my kids for guinea pigs. Say it, my kids are guinea pigs.
Mr. Fields, your kids are not guinea pigs.
Oh, they're just plain pigs.
Look, Mr. Fields, I never use the word pigs when I talk about anything like that. I use, like, swine.
Oh, now you're dragging my wife in the argument. What's wrong with my wife?
Mr. Fields, please let your wife out of this.
Oh, my kids and I should come to a party and have fun, but my wife, she has to stay home alone, huh?
Look, Mr. Fields, you can bring your wife to the party.
She can come to the party?
Yeah.
But she can't eat, huh?
She can eat. I'll give her anything she wants to eat. She can have meat. She can have potatoes with bread and butter and peas on the mashed potatoes and stick them in the mash. She can have anything she wants.
No dessert.
Oh, yes, we're going to have dessert. Apple pie.
But no ice cream, huh?
We're going to have ice cream. I'm going to put on apple pie.
What flavor?
Vanilla.
Vanilla. Plain vanilla or anything particular?
How about strawberry? I'll put strawberry on
Oh, strawberry.
Yeah.
Will it be real fruit or artificial flavor?
This is going to be genuine strawberry.
So, that's it. You know my wife is allergic to fresh strawberries. Every time she eats them, she starts scratching herself. Infection sets in. She's sick. Ambulances. Take her to the hospital. The doctors work on her day and night, but they can't save her. She's gone. I'm left alone. A widower with 11 children.
Mr. Fields, I don't want you to be a widower.
You don't want me to be a widower. You want me to live the rest of my life with that old hag, huh? You don't want me to go out with the boys and have fun, huh? And why? All because you ruined my life because you wanted to feed my wife fresh strawberry ice cream.
Mr. Fields, your wife don't have to eat any ice cream.
You said it. Nobody's gonna push fresh strawberry ice cream down my wife's throat. That's what I'm here for.
You said it. Does anything ever happen around here?
Long ago, there were those who used to unfairly criticize Abbott and Costello for performing their old vaudeville material on film and television. I know that because I faced it myself. But you must believe me, ladies and gentlemen, none could argue with the fact that no one performed those routines as well as Bud and Lou. And if it wasn't for Bud Abbott and Lou Costello, these skits of classical American comedy would have been lost forever.
Hiya, partner.
Oh, were you addressing me? Thank you, sir. Thank you. Those are the first kind words I've heard in years. You see, sir, I wasn't always a dirty, filthy, scurvy bum like you. Mine is rather a sad story. Would you like to hear it?
Oh, sir.
Well, and I'll tell it to you. You see, it began many years ago when I was just a little boy. My father gave me the benefit of a good education. 14 years of grade school, preparatory school, college, and UCLA. Did you go to school, sir?
Oh, yes, sir.
You passed your examinations?
No, sir. But I was first on the list of those who failed.
Childhood. Well, then I met her. She was young, she was beautiful, she was desirable.
A girl?
A girl! Of course she was a girl. She was wonderful. She was like a flower blooming fragrantly in the garden of youth. And then one day, God in his infinite mercy smiled down on us, a little bundle of pink and white, a baby boy. I worked harder than ever, and then one day...
A little baby boy?
Yes.
A little bit of one?
A little boy.
What, did he have blue eyes?
Yes.
And brown hair?
Yes.
And was he a little fat fella?
Yes.
Daddy. I was kidding. Go ahead.
My boy, I worked day and night. And then one day, he came into my life. He was an actor, broken in health and spirit. I took him into my home. I said, make my home your home. And he did. Fool. Yes, I was a fool. Because one day when I returned from my work, as was my wont, I called to her, Mary. Mary. Strangely, there was no answer. Mary.
She was out.
Mary. 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 She was gone. My wife, my baby, and the stranger. They were gone. What are you laughing at? Then began a search that lasted for years. I was only 21 days behind them as they boarded a United Fruit Line steamer for Buenos Aires. 15 days at Rio de Janeiro. 5 days at the island of Madagascar. 2.5 days at the Cape of Good Hope. 7 hours at Port Said in Egypt, and then one day at the gates of Calcutta, I found him. I was just about to pounce upon him, just about to tear him limb from limb, when my weakened condition, aggravated by the pitiless rays of the tropical sun, well, it just proved too great an obstacle, and I sank in the heap in the sands, and when I regained consciousness, he was gone. Then began a search all through the capitals of Europe, Rome, Milan, Paris, Moscow, Berlin, across the Channel to London, then across the Atlantic and back to America, New York, Pittsburgh, Chicago, Milwaukee, Patterson, and then Niagara Falls. Finally, at Niagara Falls, I found him again. He was standing there with his back to the falls, all eternity behind him, and retribution finally staring him in the face. When I saw him standing there, the man who had ruined my life, the man who had stolen my wife and my baby, the man who had made of me a miserable wanderer over half the face of the earth. When I saw him standing, all the pit of emotion of years of suffering welled up within me, and with murder in my heart. Slowly, step by step, I crept upon him, and when I felt his hot breath on my cheek, I struck. You're the gentleman with a kind face. What are you trying to do to me? Excuse me, I forgot myself. I'm so weak.
No fault. I'd have done the same thing if I'd have caught the guy at Niagara Falls.
Niagara Falls!
I opened my big mouth.
When I saw him standing there, slowly
again will I say that word.
What word?
That word that gives you off your bean there, something.
What word do you mean?
That word way up there in New York State. Where everybody goes when they get married.
Where do they go?
Up, you think I'm gonna say it, huh? Well, I ain't gonna say the word you think I'm gonna say.
What word are you talking about?
Go ahead, try and make me say Niagara Falls.
What are you doing there? Get me out! Get me out! What's the matter? What are you doing there? If you're tired, why don't you lie down?
Oh, you. Look, what do you got? Just say Niagara Falls to this guy.
All you do is cause me trouble.
Just a minute, Mr. Abbott. It's very possible that you're a bad influence on this boy.
Now, this happens to be no business of yours.
Oh, you may not know this, Mr. Abbott, but a lot of people in this neighborhood resent your derogatory and insulting treatment of this boy here.
See that, Abbott? I got friends.
I should say you have. Just because Lou Costello happens to be a poor, unsophisticated, illiterate bore with the intelligence quotient of a delinquent midget, Mr. Abbott.
That's stolen, Mr. Fields.
And furthermore, Mr. Abbott, is it compensatory for you to abuse this poor, unsophisticated, incompetent mental moron just because he hasn't got the common sense of a half-baked imbecile?
Look here. Now, just a minute, Abbott. Now, you had this coming to you for a long time.
Yes, sir. And another thing, Mr. Abbott, I want you to notice this boy. Notice his blank, expressionless countenance, the receding forehead, the peculiar angle at which the ears leave the face, the thickness of his skull, the antediluvian physiognomy of this boy, the close resemblance to the early form of gargantuan ape. Can you possibly blame this boy for being a slovenly, unkempt, grubby-looking crumb?
How do you like those potatoes? Try and get out of that one.
Now, Mr. Abbott, I know what you're thinking. Don't quibble. You must admit that you've seen much more intelligent-looking specimens than Lou Costello in cages.
I can't say that. Oh, you can say it if you want to. You just don't want to remember, Abbott.
That's the boy. Of course. That's how everybody in the neighborhood feels about Lou Costello.
No one could get more mileage out of a routine than Abbott and Costello. Boy, there wasn't a line they couldn't milk.
Look at all those cows out there. Keep that big bunch of cows.
Not bunch, herd.
Huh?
Cow herd.
I beg your pardon?
Cow herd.
Cow herd what?
Not herd what? Cow herd.
Cow herd what? I said, look at that big bunch of cows out there.
Not bunch. Herd. Herd of cows.
Certainly I heard of cows, yeah. I ain't fooling those cow when he sees it. That's a good bunch of cows, I said.
It's a herd of cows.
Yeah, I heard of cows.
That's what they are.
A bunch of cows?
Sure, a bunch is a herd.
Bunches of herds.
Certainly.
Like bananas. Look at that bananas of cows out there.
Hold it, you crazy you. Hi, everybody. I'm Joe Besser, and the reason I stopped you is because I want to explain the next scene that you're going to see with Lou and I. You know, Lou and I used to go on the back lot at the Hal Road Studios, and Lou used to say, "Hey, Joe, how about this set? This looks pretty good for this scene." And I'd say, "Yeah, it looks pretty good. Let's do it." He says, "And we'll keep this same scene for the next 5 scripts that we do, so we won't have to tear it down and rebuild it." I said, "That's fine with me." So we start rehearsing. And we rehearse, and we got everything down to right to the nub. We knew what we were going to do. And ready to shoot, the director says, "Okay, kids, let's go." And the minute he said, "Let's go," we forgot all our lines, and we ad-libbed the whole thing.
Selling them. I got to deliver them. Got to deliver them over to Louisville Street someplace. Dude, that's a nice... I beg your pardon. Oh, a beggar, why, certainly. I'm no beggar. I just want to get a little information. What are you, a spy? What do you mean, a spy? I'm no spy. I'm just trying to get a little information here. I want to find out where Flugel Street is.
Oh, Flugel Street?
Yeah.
I know where Flugel Street is.
Yeah, tell me where...
I was born and raised on Flugel Street. My whole family comes from Flugel Street. My brother was born and raised on Flugel Street. My brother is one of the finest boys who ever came from...
Why do I care about your brother, mister? I'm only asking you, how to get to 222 Flugel Street?
Say something nasty about my brother. Say something like he shouldn't get out of jail.
What are you looking for? By the second house, huh? What do I care about your brother if he's in jail? Let your brother stay in jail. I don't care about your brother being in jail.
Why should my brother stay in jail? He never did anything to you.
Well, then get your brother out. Get a habeas, habeas, hobus, hobus, habeas, hobus. Go where? Get him out.
What do you want on Flugel Street?
I want to find out where the Susquehanna Hat Company is.
Susquehanna Hat Company?
I got to deliver these hats.
Is that a Susquehanna hat?
Sure.
You know what I think of Susquehanna hats? This is what I think of. You know who makes these hats? Little girls with little curls. They work from 7 o'clock in the morning until 7 o'clock at night. They work their poor little fingers to the bone. Just look at that hat. Look at that hat band. Imitation leather.
What's the matter?
Trying to poison me, huh? You put a wire in there with poison on it.
Who's trying to poison you? I should get the Susquehanna.
And look at that straw. Cheap, second-grade straw. You know what I think of that hat? You stand there and have the unmitigated call to read this. Here, take the hat. Don't even look good on you.
Still didn't tell me how to get to 222 Flugel Street.
Hey, Abbott! Have you delivered those hats yet?
That's the first job I get in a long time, delivering the hats to Flugel Street. I only asked the guy how to get to 222 Flugel Street, and he starts batting me all over the joint. Look at it. Look at the straw hat now.
Look at that other hat.
Now I can see through everybody.
You got more hats there.
I got plenty of hats. I got to get over to
Don't wear those hats.
Please, this belongs to the Susquehanna Hat Company.
Susquehanna?
Yeah, and I got to get them over
Wait a
there.
minute, is that a Susquehanna hat?
Oh, sure, that's a good one.
Well, wait a minute, you ought to be ashamed of yourself, wearing a Susquehanna hat.
What's the matter with that?
Well, just look at this. Here, look, suppose it would rain. Here, rain right through there, wouldn't it? Why,
Will you leave the hats alone?
Be on the paper. You don't want to wear those kind of things. Look at this. Look at that. That isn't even straw. Taste that. Go ahead.
Give me milk.
Here's your Susquehanna hat. Susquehanna. Susquehanna must have been on a vacation while Hannah made that one. Now deliver your hats and get out of here.
You're the guy I was looking for, Abbott. I want you to give me a help. How am I going to get this thing cleaned and blocked now? I mean, how do you do, lady? Could I show you something, lady? Would you mind stepping in my office over here, please?
What have you got?
A couple of guys came along here and look, they made a wreck out of me. Yeah, I'll put this one on. How's it look?
Not much better.
Could you please tell me how to get to this? I want to get to Flugel Street.
Flugel Street? Why did you say Flugel Street? Do you know that my husband died on Flugel Street? Oh, my poor husband. He was so good, so kind. And now he's dead. Do you hear me? Do you hear me?
You keep yelling like that, your husband, you wake him up.
My darling husband is dead. Killed by 6 men with guns.
Killed by 6 men with guns?
Yes.
Burglars?
No, a firing squad. Oh. You remind me of it.
All I'm trying to find out is how to get the Susquehanna Hat Company on Flugel Street.
Is that one of their hats?
Yes. Son of a back to my car. I wouldn't steal your purse. And I could have done and made a few extra bucks. Hey, Junior. That's no good either. How does this one look on me?
Looks very, very bad.
Does it?
Yeah.
Could you tell me how to get to the Susquehanna Hat Company?
Why, certainly. I get to the Susquehanna hat.
Yeah, 222 Flugel Street.
Flugel Street? Why, yes. You go right down here about 3 blocks, and then you turn... No, wait a minute. You get down here and turn to your left, and then go about a block and a half. What part of Flugel Street did you want to get to?
222 Flugel. Any part of Flugel Street I want to get.
Is that a straw hat?
Yes, sir. That comes from the Susquehanna Hat Company.
Oh, this is terrible. I'm very alert. Very alert.
You're not going to break it, are you? Ah, shit!
I'm sorry, but I'm allergic to straw.
You...
Oh, excuse me, that one's so bad. I try so hard to control myself. I can't find any cure for it, but every time I even look at a straw, I go... I'm awfully sorry, and it makes me so mad, and I get so embarrassed every time I look at straw. Straw! That's what does it! Straw! Straw! I've never seen a straw again, not even a Susquehanna straw.
Hello, Louie. Hello, Louie. What are you doing? What are you standing for, Louie? I have a lot of people. I'm asking them how to get to Flugel Street, the Susquehanna Hat Company. Everybody's picking up on my straw hat. Hey, Louie, yeah, I was watching. You were playing. You were having fun, and you don't play with me no more. I was watching you from across. What are you three for, Stinky? You was playing with everybody. I wasn't playing with the people. I don't ask me to play no more. Oh, wait a minute. did it again. I'm gonna cook you. I'll harm you. I'm gonna cook you. Now, what I'm telling you is a lot of people come over here, and I ask them how to get the Susquehanna Hat Company because I got the hats. No, you did not. You did not. You give everybody hats to play with. Took the hats out. You, no. You don't play with me no more, and I'm gonna get mad. You want a straw hat to play with? Yeah, because you gave it to everybody else but me. Shut up, I'll give it. Come on, you're gonna give me? You give me black and blue. Well, come on, give me a hat to play with. Give me a hat, because you give it to everybody else. Here. Oh.
You see what I mean?
You know, we all felt the real pain, the slap in the face of good humor when Lou Costello left us in 1959. He was a wonderful guy. I loved him, and he was a real trooper. Bud Abbott continued the tradition until he took his final bow in 1974. To those of us who love to laugh, the legacy of this wistful little chubby guy and his lean, solemn-faced partner is really no joke. The generations yet to come are in for a real surprise, a soulful treat from a couple of guys whose love for life will live eternally. Just allow me to say this. Abbott and Costello never shortchanged the fans who loved them. Never. You know, invariably, whenever their audiences made a request, they always did the request for the audience. Never let them down. And the most request for a scene is a scene that you're going to see now. I think it's the best stand-up comedy routine that is in humor today. Watch it.
I would like to join the retired actors baseball team.
Oh, you would?
And I would like to know some of the guys' names on the team, so if I want to play with them, I'll know them, and I meet them on the street or in the home here, I can say hello to them.
Oh, sure. But you know they give baseball players nowadays very peculiar names.
I know, a lot of funny names.
You know, like Sticky Fields.
Sticky Fields.
Goofy Dan. Boopy Bobber. Booby Bobber.
I know all
those. But let's see now. We have on our team, we have who's on first, what's on second, I don't know's on third.
That's what I want to find out, the guy's name.
And then,
That's what I want to find out, the guy's name.
I'm telling you, who's on first, what's on second, I don't know's on third.
Now, Abbott, you going to be the manager of the baseball team?
Yes.
You know the guy's name?
Well, I should.
Well, you tell me the guy's names on the baseball team.
I say, who's on first, what's on second, I don't know's on third.
You ain't saying nothing to me yet. Go ahead and tell me.
I'm telling him.
You ain't said nothing yet. Go ahead and tell me.
Who's on first, what's on second, I don't know is on third.
You know the guy's names on the baseball team?
Yes.
Well, go ahead. Who's on first?
Yes.
I mean the guy's name.
Who?
The guy playing first.
Who?
The guy playing first base.
Who?
The guy on first base.
Who is on first?
What are you asking me for? I don't know.
Now, wait a minute,
I'm asking you who's on first.
That's his name.
Well, go ahead and tell me.
Who?
The guy on first.
That's it. That's his name.
Well, you ain't said nothing. I ain't asked you nothing.
You did.
You know the guy's name on first base?
Sure.
Well, tell me the guy's name on first base.
Who?
The guy playing first base.
Who is on first, Lou?
What are you asking me for?
Now, don't get excited. I'm saying who.
I'm asking you a simple question. Who's on first?
Yes.
Well, go ahead and tell me.
That's it.
That's who? I'm asking you, what's the guy's name on first base?
Oh, no, what's on second?
I'm not asking you who's on second.
Who's on first?
One base at a time now.
Don't mix up my...
I'm not mixing up anybody. Now, what's the guy's name on first base?
Now, what is on second?
I'm not asking you who's on second.
Who is on first?
I don't know.
He's on third. We're not...
Wait a minute. Whoa.
Now, well, that's not...
Whoa. How did I get on third base?
You mentioned his name.
I mentioned his name.
Yes.
I didn't know anybody's name on the team. How could I mention a guy's name?
You did. You just mentioned it.
All right, what's the guy's name on third base?
No, what's on second?
Who's on second?
Who's on first?
I don't know.
He's on first.
I didn't even mention a guy's name on third base.
Yes, you did.
All right, then who's playing third base?
No, who's on first?
I'm not asking you what's on first.
What's on second?
Who's on second?
Who's on first?
I don't know. He's third base. I don't know anybody on a baseball team.
You do. You mention their names.
I do?
Sure.
You got an outfield?
Well, naturally.
The left fielder's name.
Why?
I just thought I'd ask you.
Well, I just thought I'd tell you.
Well, go ahead. Tell me.
Tell you what.
The left fielder's name.
Why?
Because I want to know. Because.
Oh, he's center field. You know these players as well as
Who's
I.
in center field?
No, who's on first?
What's on first?
What's on second?
I don't know. Third base. Do you know the guy's name names on the team?
Look, Louis, you don't seem to understand. See, I have a first baseman.
I know you got a first.
Gets his-
I asked you what's the first. I asked you what's the first baseman's name.
No, what's the second baseman?
I'm going to start asking you. I asked you what's the first baseman's name.
What's the second baseman?
I don't even get past the first. All right, who's on second?
Who's on first?
What base do you want to talk about?
You talk about anyone you want to talk about.
All right, now who's on first?
Right.
Okay.
No.
All right, you got a first baseman.
Yes.
When you pay off the first baseman every month, who gets the money?
Every dollar of it. Every dollar of it.
Who gets it?
He does. Sometimes his wife comes down and collects it.
Whose wife?
Yes. Why not, Lou? He's earned it.
Who did?
Yes.
Look, when you pay off the first baseman every month, you get a receipt from the guy?
Sure.
How does he sign his name?
Who?
The guy you give the money to.
Who?
The guy you give the money to.
Well, that's how he signs it.
That's
Lou.
how who signs it?
Yes.
Go ahead, tell me.
That's it.
Who? Look, you go to first baseman,
Yes.
and you say to him, here's your money, sign the receipt. How does he sign his name?
Who?
The guy you give the money to.
That's how he signs it.
That's how who signs it?
Yes.
Sure. You gotta get a receipt from the guy, don't you?
Get one, Lou.
How does the guy on first base sign his name?
Who?
The guy on first.
That's how he signs it.
I'm asking, when you give the guy the money, what's the guy's name that you give the money to?
Now, wait a minute. What signs his own?
Who signs his own?
No, who signs his?
I mean, what's the guy's name on first you give
What is on second?
I'm not asking you who's on second.
Who's on first?
I don't know. Third base. Left fielder's name, the center field. I don't know if you got a pitcher on the team.
Well, this will be a fine team without a pitcher.
It's a fine team. The pitcher's name.
Tomorrow.
You don't want to tell me the date?
I can't change that name.
You don't want to tell me the date?
I'm telling you.
Go ahead. Tell me the pitcher's name.
Tomorrow.
Why not tell me today? I am going to wait
telling you.
tomorrow. Then tell me the pitcher's name.
Tomorrow.
All right. What time tomorrow you tell me the pitcher's name?
What time what?
What time tomorrow you going to tell me who's pitching?
Who is not pitching?
I'll break you right here. I want to know what's the pitcher's name.
What's on second?
I don't know. Third base. Third base. Third base. You got a catcher?
Certainly you've got a catcher on a baseball team.
Catcher's name.
Today.
Today. Tomorrow's pitching. Today's catcher.
Now you've got it.
Now I got it. We got a couple of days on the team. That's
I
all.
can't help that, Lou. I don't
You know,
think-
I'm a pretty good catcher myself.
That's what they tell me.
Yeah, now I get behind the plate and I'm going to do some fancy catching, and tomorrow's pitching on my team, right?
Yeah.
Now tomorrow he winds up the ball and I'm behind the plate and the heavy hitter gets up. Now the heavy hitter gets up and he's ready to hit the ball, and tomorrow's going to throw the ball. I'm the catcher. Now when tomorrow throws the ball, the guy up bunts the ball. Now when he bunts the ball, me being a good catcher, I want to throw the guy out of first base, so I pick up the ball and throw it to who?
Now that's the first thing you've said right.
I don't even know what I'm talking about.
Well, that's all you have to do.
It's to throw the ball at first base.
Yes.
Now who's got it?
Naturally.
Sure. Look, the guy is running to first base, Abbott. I want to throw the guy out. So I throw the ball to who?
Naturally.
Throw it to who?
Naturally.
And who's got it? Huh. So I pick up the ball and I throw it to Natural.
No. You throw the ball to first base, then who gets it?
Natural.
Now you've got
Same thing. I pick up the ball, so I throw it to Natural.
You don't.
I throw it to who?
Natural.
That's what I'm saying! I said I throw the ball to who?
Naturally.
You asked me.
You throw the ball to who?
Naturally. Same as you!
Say it that-
I throw the ball to Natural.
You don't. You throw it to who?
Now who's got it? Naturally. That's what I said. Whoever it is better get it. That's all I
Get it.
said.
Don't worry about who. Who'll get it? Yes.
He better get it.
All right.
Now, I throw the ball to whoever it is stops the ball so the guy runs a second. Who picks up the ball and throws to what? What throws to I don't know. Throws it back to Tamara. Triple play.
Could be.
Another guy gets up and it's a long fly ball to be caused. Why? I don't know. He's on third and I don't give a darn. I said, I don't give a darn.
Oh, that's our shortstop.
I'd like to thank you all for joining me. And to you, Bud and Lou, please tell that big producer up there